All right, one more time, we want to welcome you back here. We're just moments away from the start of the parade. As you can see there, people are lining up. We do want to say once again thank you to our sponsors, Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company. Thanks for helping us out.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And one of the guys, I don't get to work with this guy, so I love to see him, Clovio Pettis. He is live right now with the crowd. What you got down there, Mac?
Hey, we are down here on the parade route. Of course, I'm so glad that everybody found their way. My worst fear was people were going to be over on Upper Leopard, but we're here on Chaparral, right by the American Bank Center. As you can see over there, the people are lined up because the parade starts at Whataburger Field and goes into the American Bank Center, then comes around the American Bank Center, then comes right down this street. So we're basically in front of Heritage Park, and we are ready to go. As you can see, there's a lot of people lined up. What are the numbers? 100,000, 150,000? I think there's 100,000 right here by themselves. So we are ready to go. Moments from now, the parade should be starting to come out of the American Band Center and down Chaparral Street right about here. So we are ready to go, and let's get started. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Mac. Hey, as we mentioned,
Mac, he's such a worrywart, that one.
I was going to say, he's been telling people all week, don't go down there, come over here. And apparently they were watching and listening to him. They did good. You know, the floats right now, they are all out at Whataburger Field. We understand they've already headed over to the American Bank Center where the Pachanga is taking place. And I think it'd be a good time for us to check in one more time with the KRIS 6 float. What do you think?
All right, let's do that. Dale Nelson. Dale has the mic, I think.
All right, welcome back. We're live on the KRIS 6 float. What a wonderful evening for a parade. We're in the staging area across from Whataburger Field, waiting for the whole thing to get started here in a few moments. And with me is Jessica Savage.
Hi, great to be here, Dale. Yeah, I was taking a look at the floats earlier today, and there's quite the spread out here. You guys are in for a real treat. Behind us, we have Chica's Rock. You can see these neon palm trees lit up, and then probably my favorite float so far has been the Freer Rattlesnake Roundup. They've got live rattlesnakes on board. It's really frightening and kind of exhilarating at the same time.
Yeah, I've seen that, and that's really something to watch. So the Freer Rattlesnake float is a big one. And with me also is Juan Acuna. Juan, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited to be here, and the energy out here is just electric. I mean, you can't get over it. This is my third time being in this parade, and every single time I come, I feel like there's an extra electricity going in the air each time. So it's just really awesome. All the floats that are going, it's just great.
Yeah, this is going to be a wonderful night because the weather is absolutely perfect. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I would agree. It's actually perfect.
Okay.
Picture perfect, right?
Okay. All right, we're going to send it back over to Mike and Katia. We'll see you later.
All right, thanks so much for the report there from our float. We're going to see them coming by here in just a bit. There is a live look at the parade route. You see folks are lining up. I think this thing's about to start, Katia. What do you think?
You see the Buccarators and the police department right at the beginning of the line. You see a couple of floats that are now turning into the American Bank Center where the start of this year's parade is. And pretty soon they're going to start coming down where we are at.
Yeah,
and we'll
we're
be
right
able
down
to show
here
it to you.
in Heritage Park along with a whole lot of other folks. And we'll be excited to see them come by, and we're going to bring you that live coverage here tonight. Why don't we take one more break before we do that? A big thank you to those who were sponsoring tonight's broadcast of our Navy Army Night Parade. We do appreciate you helping us. Those, of course, would be Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company.
Just thinking of Cantwell makes me want to go to sleep.
Don't do it yet.
Okay,
We've still got a whole lot of parade to go. Stay with us, folks. We're coming back after this.
Hey, South Texas, Alan and Jerry, and the first one has arrived, our first 2020. And you know what that means. 2019 blow-up. 2019 blowout, RV blowout.
Oh, man, I never get to blow up anything. Travel trailers and fifth wheels, toy haulers and motorhomes.
That's right, it's CCRV's 2019 blowout event. All right, maybe you can blow up one. Yeah!
CCRV, keeping RVs affordable and fun.
The massive inventory write-off at Wilcox Furniture. Get this Chase recliner, just $339, or buy this queen adjustable base, just $9.99, and get a queen mattress for up to half off.
Hurry in now to the massive inventory write-off sale, only at Wilcox.
And we are back at the Navy Army Night Parade, and folks, That's who's lined up right next to us here at our broadcast booth right down on Heritage Park. And of course, you see all the lights, you see all the people. That means we are ready to start this year's parade. There's one smiling individual.
Absolutely. Our CCPD officer is ready to kick off another fun parade, another safe parade this year. We saw Apollo towing that came by earlier to really kick off things. And pretty soon we're going to see the color guard by the Boy Scout Troop 3.
A whole lot of folks coming by there. We did talk with some Corpus Christi police officers earlier, and they say it's been a well-behaved crowd to this point. Well, we didn't expect anything less, but they've not seen any problems along the parade route, and that's a good thing. They will, though, have officers walking along the route, and as you can see, these folks will be riding along the route just to make sure everybody stays safe and everybody has a good time. And folks, we are off.
Here we are, and as you can see right there, the Navy Army balloons that are getting our parade started this evening. And of course, as night falls, we're going to be able to see the balloons even more.
Does anybody fly on those things? Because it looks like they're going to take off there. I don't know.
Let's hope not. I think they're holding them down pretty well right there.
By the way, we are also live streaming this at KRISTV.com. And we want to let folks know, in case anything happens and you lose the signal, just head over to KRISTV.com. A lot of folks here, and we're thankful that you have joined us here on KRIS 6.
If you have a Roku, you can always catch the parade that way as well as all of our streaming devices and Facebook.
Absolutely.
As well.
We've got you covered any way that you want to see the parade. So sit back for the next couple of hours, because we're going to bring you every float right up until the last one. And folks, there are a bunch of them.
And feel free to wave back.
Hey, look at that.
Chief Rocha right there.
Chief Robert Rocha, CCFD Fire Department here. Corpus Christi, we love you.
And waving to us from their fire truck as well. And right there we have
some people who are marching.
Absolutely, the color guard, Boy Scout Troop number 3.
Good job.
Way to go, guys.
There are, by the way, I think some 1,100 students in this parade tonight, and you'll see them marching by here in various forms. And here you've got a color guard. You'll see some in marching bands. You'll hear a lot of music, hopefully, as we parade. And all of those will be coming by, and of course we will check in with Flavio Perez throughout the evening and get some of his reaction. I remember last year when we broadcast this, he was down there marching right along with them.
He certainly, and he had plenty of energy to go too. So hopefully he has the same energy this year. There go the Navy Army Night Parade balloons.
Hey, right behind the balloons, by the way. I'm surprised nobody's flying on that thing. I think you've got the parade marshal, is that right?
The parade marshal this year is Mark Mora, and the parade marshal is chosen as a different marshal every year, and they are chosen by the Bucker Raiders. Mike Mora, in fact, is a Bucker Raider himself, so very proud to be this year's parade marshal.
All right, we've also got Bucker Raider President Darren Bergstrom, who was a part of this thing. You've got, and we'll see the Bucker Raider folks, they are all over this parade.
I'll tell you what, they have a good time. Even though they're in charge of such a big parade, they have meetings every couple of months, and they certainly have fun doing it.
And, of course, Buccaneer Commission President Philip Skrobarczyk. Everybody got some nice trucks. He'll be coming up there in just a moment.
The Commodore was
I'm hoping to get an interview with somebody.
Police, assistant police chief there.
Steve DeWalt. Was that 50th year? Is that 50th year for the Bucker Raiders?
50th year for him. His 50th anniversary as a Bucker Raider. In fact, he steams that, and there he is.
We knew the mayor was going to be here.
Hi, Mayor. I loved your dunk, by the way, into Corpus Christi Bay. That certainly was.
He floats very well. There's Joe McComb. Hey, I want to mention something here, because there is Paulette Guajardo. She's a city council member at large. She's got some special guests with her. Arnold Gonzalez from T.C. Allen Elementary School and Layla Hagedon from St. Pius Catholic School. They are excited about being in this parade.
And city council at large, Rudy Garza Jr. as well, who you just saw there in the pink shirt. I want to say thank you to him and mil gracias, because he and Paulette also come on our sister station Telemundo to do some interviews for us as well.
They do a great job. I think who we got down here? We've got more people. Ben Molina. That does not look like Ben.
No, but I believe that is his wife.
But I believe they are related.
Yes.
So, and of course, right behind him, City Council Greg Smith, District 4, in our parade tonight. I love seeing all the council members cruising along.
And the big smiles as well.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
Gil Hernandez.
Hello, Gil.
City Council District 5.
Great to see everybody in the trucks. Also provided by AutoNation.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Is that Barbara Canales? I believe it is.
Oh, there
yeah,
it is.
There's County Judge.
County Judge Barbara Canales.
Getting the big thumbs up from all the folks down here.
Everybody waving back and forth. And Miss Carolyn Vaughn, County Commissioner, Precinct 1. There she, she's surrounded by pirates.
I wonder if she knows.
Let's hope so.
Hello, Carolyn Vaughn. I think we've also got County Commissioner Precinct 2, Joe Gonzalez. It's going by there. And, John Matez. We've got John Matez in there as well. I mean, they are all represented here tonight. Roland Barrera is there. There's Mr. Matez. Hi, everybody.
There we go. Precinct 3.
You got to get your
with his family.
You got to get your wave down there, guys. Brent Chesney.
Hi, Brent. Wave at it. Hey, Brent.
County Commissioner Precinct 4. Get that parade wave down, Brent.
There we go.
That's better. That's better. Oh, I recognize the man in the hat. It is not the Lone Ranger. You know who that is?
Who is this? I can't tell.
Nueces County Sheriff J.C. Hooper.
Oh, look at that. Sheriff.
Hello, Sheriff Hooper.
Great to see
Great
you.
to see you. Thank you for a tip of the hat. Man, we appreciate it. He's not been in that role very long, but he is eating it up.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job.
Getting some good high marks. All right, look along there. And we've got a lot of our military folks are going to be out here tonight. Folks from CCAD will be in this parade.
Close up with the kids.
We'll see some of them over here as well. Also, folks from the United States Marine Corps Marine Aviation Training Support Group. They're coming by here. That, by the way, is Colonel Brett Whitterby. He's
and commanding officer of
I'm doing a We Are Buck Days video. Would you be interested? Could you just say We Are Buck Days on camera for me?
Joining us with his family, and it's great to see them.
And if you have the NAS Corpus Christi commander, you've also got to have the commanding officer at NAS Kingsville. That would be Captain Eric Spitzer. Having a great time in the parade. Didn't know where to smile or where to wave. We're glad he's up there with us. There he is, Captain Eric Spitzer. Hey, there we are. Great to see you tonight.
And commanding officer with the Training Air Wing 4, Captain Kevin Delano, also joining us as well.
Now, look at this, because this is the Navy Army Community Credit Union float. Navy Army Community Credit Union, of course, as we mentioned earlier, has experienced tremendous growth over the years. And they got a lot of folks in those tie-dye shirts.
And do you hear the music they've got going? Becky G, a little music to shake the hips this evening from Navy Army.
Doing a great job.
They certainly are having a good time.
Navy Army, by the way, 20 branches covering the entire coastal bend and across the Rio Grande Valley. They are open to everyone. Stop by and say hi.
And Mike Gillespie, our first high school band. It's the Ray High School Band. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the sounds of the Ray High School Band. Go Texans!
That's right. Come on, Bob. Football game, doesn't it?
Absolutely, like a pep rally, right?
Yeah, it does. Hey, look at this. Look at this. They are all lit up. I mean, of course, that's the point of being in a night parade, I guess, is to be lit up.
It's to have a lot of stuff that they can see you at night, and they sort of, hi ladies, big wave.
Right, great job.
Great to
That's a good looking group right there.
Absolutely, and they've been part of this for so many decades. My Ray High School,
they have.
And I hear the band coming down right now. Let's see if we can take a listen to them.
All right, they're about to start something big here. You can tell. Why? Because they're all licking their lips.
It's a good sign.
Here it is.
Here we go.
All right, give them a big wave so they'll play something when they get right over to where we are. We're down here, by the way, near Heritage Park. Got a great vantage point for this year's Navy Army Night Parade.
Let's take a listen. Here we go.
I say you can hear the crowd. They are singing along, man.
And you've got the Flag Girls right behind the Texans band. Great job. They sounded so good.
What kind of a parade would it be if you didn't have the marching bands? And we've got a bunch of them tonight.
And right behind Ray High School, we have Las Doñas de la Corte, and this is the children's float.
They are indeed the annual Buccaneer coronation, modeled after a royal court, reminiscent of the Spanish rule of Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. They're paying homage to the 16th century explorer Alonso de Pineda, who discovered, by the way, Corpus Christi Bay.
And a lot of them were pages in the coronation this past Thursday, just really taking in the sights and the sounds and the beauty of all the dresses, and of course helping the girls with their dresses make sure that they were looking very good.
And that is not the last time that we're going to say Las Doñas de la Corte tonight, because I think they've got folks on a whole bunch of different floats.
And now we have the Harbor Playhouse. They actually have a glimpse of Neverland happening this year.
You know, this is a part of a production that they started here just about a week ago and that is running through June the 2nd. We had them on our KRIS 6 Noon show the other day talking about Peter Pan. And it's everything, if you go see it, it is everything you would expect if you were going to see a production of Peter Pan.
It's the classic tale, right?
Folks,
a boy who never grows up, and it's playing every weekend, what, now until?
Now until June 2nd. They have a Friday night, a Saturday, and then a Sunday afternoon matinee. And, I mean, there are folks flying all over the stage in this thing. So for that alone, it's worth the price of admission. You need to go down there and check it out at the Harbor Playhouse.
And as you know, the Harbor Playhouse is stable for over 90 years. They have been dedicated. There you go. There's Peter Pan right there.
Pan, yeah.
Dedicated to really bringing the arts.
And I think I see there's Wendy, there's her brothers. I think right behind them you've got a good look at Captain Hook. All right, who's coming up behind them?
And we've got a band.
They do
right now.
Is this? Okay, I think this may be a Amazing Grace Church. They're, if I'm right, they're out in Taft. Yeah, they are. That's who that is.
And they are jamming right now,
yeah.
Absolutely. And they are on Victoria Avenue, yes, in Taft, about 20 minutes from here. As you can tell, they've got big hearts and certainly know how to play some good Christian music.
And that's another thing. This year, we do have a lot of churches that have got parade entries here, and the parade was open to just about anybody who wanted to get in here, and a lot of people took advantage of that. And so we've got a long parade coming up for you tonight.
The Stockdale Watermelon Jubilee Court.
I didn't see them. I think they went by.
That is
Carroll High School.
Yes, Carroll High School.
So already we're up to another band, the Carroll Tiger Band.
And it's so good to see all of our local schools be involved with the parade, because this is all about tradition. And we've got the Carroll Tigerettes, who are joining us right now with a cheer. Let's listen into them.
Go Tigers! I noticed a lot of Carroll High School graduates apparently down there in the crowd, and they were giving them the big thumbs up.
I think you and I can say, right, let's go Carroll Tigers.
We can do
let's
that.
Go.
As long as we do it for everybody. Absolutely.
I could just memorize that really quickly. Let's see, who's next?
This is these are the Tigerettes, and I think they're going to be marching through here. Of course, you can go see any of the Carroll football games, and I imagine you get to see these folks right here doing the job that they do on the field, and tonight in the Navy Army parade.
Looking absolutely beautiful in their Tigerette colors and their hats as well. You've got parents behind them making sure that they are safe. Big wave for us. And of course, the Carroll Tiger Band right behind them.
Here they come. They're playing already. Let's listen to what they've got going on. off to the Carroll High School Tigers, the marching band coming by our broadcast station right there.
Sounding great. And now, Las Doñas de la Corte.
Not this one,
Oh, not
by the
this
way.
one. No, that's the coolers.
Yeah, these are the coolers for the band. We don't want anybody getting overheated tonight. This is the one you were talking about.
There you go. It is the King's Men float, and this year's King Alonso is Thomas Gates. There he is, His Majesty,
and of course,
waving at us.
The King's Men organization was formed to support and further publicize Buccaneers Days and Corpus Christi. Way back when, at the beginning of this whole thing, they stepped in and kind of took over and made sure that the whole Buck Days celebration kept going.
And right behind the king, you must have your queen. The queen of the court this year, Elizabeth Claire Webster, in her absolutely divine gown. And there she is, giving us a beautiful wave.
Yeah, this is, look at the crown right there.
I wish I had one,
That's
Michael
right.
Aspia. That is quite the crown right there.
Absolutely. Look at their float too. You see, and you'll see this on a lot of the floats tonight. A lot of colorful floats coming through there, and a lot of good-looking folks there. Hey, there's a look at from our sky cam. You can see some of the route there along the parade. This thing has a long way to go, by the way. It's on this different route this year, and so we've got still a whole lot more. We're right here at the beginning of this.
And we've got the Low Customs Car and Truck Club joining us now. They do custom paint, hydraulics, as you can see in some of the cars, custom trucks, candy paint, airbags on vehicles, custom cars, and lowrider bikes.
I heard you say you wanted one of those. I bet they could trick your ride right now. They could take that mom minivan that you drive, and they could turn that into something good.
It'd make it really cool, right? I could be the coolest mom on the block.
By the way, they participate in car shows to help raise money for the less fortunate, and so we give a big tip of the hat to those folks down there who are part of the Low Customs Car and Truck Club.
And you can tell that they are certainly taking it slowly, hopefully.
I hope he didn't break
down.
down.
And it's not that it broke down,
because that's not going to be a good advertisement for his his car there. Something is holding up the parade. Hey, while we have just a moment here, we do want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight as a part of our Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. We've got several of them, including Navy Army Community Credit Union, also Bishop RV Sales, Parts and Service, NEC Co-op Energy, the good folks over at Wilcox Furniture, and Cantwell Mattress Company. All of those folks have come together to help you see a live broadcast of tonight's parade. So thank you to them.
Low Customs Car and Truck Club, they are moving now along.
Is he pushing it? Is that what they're pretending not to push it?
There might be a little help there.
All right. Well, we're going to. They're moving right along, and they might push them over to the side if they need to, or they may walk the entire parade route.
You never know.
Well, when they turn up that street over there, they got to push uphill. So I don't know. I love the paint jobs and the rims and just everything else. I mean, they put a lot of work, and they ought to be proud of what they've done.
Right behind Low Customs Car and Truck Club is Las Doñas de la Corte Duchess Float #1. This is the court of legendary enchantment.
Nice. This year's coronation focuses on the feminine virtues of characters from literature, history, mythology, and even fairy tales.
Did you see that they were showing us their shoes? There's a tradition.
That's a big thing right here.
That is. You got to say, where are your shoes at, or show me your shoes.
Show me your shoes, and we'll see a lot of floats come by and do that. So if you're wondering about that, if you're new maybe to the area, the first time you've seen the parade, a lot of folks will be sticking their feet up. Show us some.
Do you know the reason
pretty
for that?
I don't, but I've always done it when I've ridden in the parade.
That you've said, show us your shoes?
No, I've stuck my foot over and showed them my shoe, and I couldn't understand why anybody wanted to see my size 10 kids.
Well, the reason that they want to see their shoes, Mike, CC Elite Basketball, by the way, coming by right now. And the reason that they ask about the shoes is because they are comfortable in the parade. So you'll see them, like earlier, they showed us that they were wearing Skechers. Sometimes they wear their boots, and so you never know what kind of shoes they're wearing.
Big hello to Coach V and the CC Elites, where they teach life skills both on and off the court, giving these folks an outlet to keep them safe off the streets, and apparently they teach them how to dribble too.
It's so great. I've done a story on them before, and it's Coach V. They just do a great job, teaching the kids some life skills.
Hey, the LULAC. All right, we're getting some love. Love from the LULAC Feria de las Flores.
Feria de las Flores, also a leadership and education program on its 60th year now, teaching young girls just the importance of an education.
And right behind them, again, the West Oso High School Mighty Bear Band. You see you've got some folks up front doing their thing. We can hear the band behind them. And I'm glad that we're getting all these bands here right up front because they are doing their thing. Making this exciting.
What do you say, Gillespie? Want to take a listen?
Let's do it.
Go Bears!
There they are, folks, the West Oso High School Mighty Bear Band marching in this year's Navy Army Night Parade.
And there's still nothing like a good drum line.
There is, and they do that so well, too.
And they are an award-winning bear band, by the way.
All right, we've got another fancy float coming up along here.
This is Las Doñas de la Corte Duchess Float number 2.
All right.
We have some of the beautiful duchesses that are wearing their gowns and waving to our cameras right now.
A big part of the tradition there is that the duchesses and even their children are participating in this thing. It's a part of the Corpus Christi heritage and tradition of the Buck Days festivity.
And coming up next, Mike, I think you can recognize those onesies.
Oh my goodness, look at this. The Flint Hills Resources float. By the way, this had better be a good float. It was built by engineers, welders, planners, supervisors, general maintenance folks. They all got together to put this one together for you.
They had a trophy that they were showing us as they were passing by.
So they must have already won something.
I'll tell you what, with some engineers, welders, and planners, you would hope that they could put together.
It would. By the way, we should mention that there are Buccarators along the route, and I think they're giving out different trophies right up front.
Right.
So we'll see a lot of floats come by tonight, and if we can, we'll be able to tell if some of them have won things. Our own KRIS 6 News Parade has won trophies in the past, and who knows, maybe we'll get to do that again this year.
Those resources, way to go. And now we have the extreme dancing from the Collegiate High School this evening.
All right, it's full of students who love to dance and express themselves, and they're going to do that right here for you.
And right behind the extreme dancing, we have San Patricio and Aransas County Queen.
That's right. This is Carrie Beth, and she represents the San Patricio and Aransas County Livestock Show. They, of course, building a foundation for young people with the goal of helping everyone find those opportunities to have a successful life.
And they continue there with more royalty.
At the float number 3 of the Las Doñas de la Corte Duchess, float number 3.
Let's see. Show me your shoes.
Show me your shoes. Nobody.
They're a little late there.
They were. We didn't get that one on camera, but again,
oh, there they are. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mike. You see those Skechers?
Look at the red ones. That's like something from the Wizard of Oz.
Sparkly, you know.
Fantastic.
Maybe next year. And now, coming up next, we have, let's see.
Let's see. Looks like some cowgirls.
This is Andrews Distributing. Yes, this is the Miller Light Girls. They are proud to sponsor Buck Days. Andrews Distributing, very proud to sponsor Buck Days event. events, Rodeo Corpus Christi, the Coors Light stage at the Buck Days Carnival, and of course, the Parade Pachanga.
Hey, here come those slingshot cars. I'm always amazed by these things. They're great. The Third Coast Slingers, it's a fun group of slingshot owners, and that's what you call those cars. They are in all kinds of community events. You see them all around town, and every time they have an opportunity to do good, they do it. In fact, they spend a lot of time fundraising for Driscoll Children's Hospital.
It's not just about being in those cool cars, but it's also about giving back. They hold so many events, and like you said, Mike, they give back to nonprofits like Driscoll Children's Hospital and other local causes.
They do, and every time I see one of those, I want to go sit down inside and ask for a ride. I've just never been brave enough to do it yet.
You know,
but that does look like a lot of fun.
Maybe after this parade, Mike, maybe we can get you back to the station in one of those slingshots.
That wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened to me. Yeah, we can take it. Hello! Got a parrot on the front of that one.
You can get a ride with a pirate.
Yeah, they have certainly gotten into the theme of this year's Buck Days Parade. As you see, they're all dressed up like pirates. And what's that? A net? Okay, didn't know it was a spider.
And a couple of beads there. And of course, now that it's dark, it's so great to see all the lights that they've gone out of their way to really customize.
Right. And by the way, we're bringing you this parade tonight. We keep switching. We've got 6 different cameras along the parade route over here, and we're trying to show you just different kinds of views and let you see from different angles. So you've really got the best seat of the house. These folks out here are having fun tonight. It is an absolute gorgeous night for a parade. In fact, where we're sitting, we can also feel a bit of a breeze.
And we can actually go to Mac, who's down there with one of your favorite rides in the Slingers.
Hey, Mac.
I'm down here with the slingshots, and man, these are very impressive. I'm trying to figure out where the motor is, but let's get a close-up here, Dylan. You see, okay, let's go down here. Okay, they got tires, 2 in the front. There must be a motor there somewhere. Then we'll go to the back, and there it's like a tricycle. It's got 1 wheel in the back, and there it is. Now, this next slingshot coming up is very impressive. I think they win the prize, don't you think? Because look at all the lights on this thing. What's your name? What's your name? Excuse me? What's your name?
Daniel.
Dan, is this your car?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Do you take it to work like this?
When I can.
Yeah, all very good. I think you win the prize, man. Good decorations, man. Well, tell us back to you guys.
Hey, Mike, I think Mac is going to beat you to that ride.
I was going to say, I'm honestly surprised he did not drive off with him because I really thought that's what was about to happen.
Hey, everybody, here's the Brooks County Fair Association Sirens of the Sea.
You can see the theme right there. Brooks County Fair Association presents their 2019 Royalty Court, and they are doing a great job. We're glad they are in the parade. Los Doñas de la Corte Princess float.
And they're waving at us, also with those beautiful, gorgeous gowns.
Goodness.
And here we go. We've got another one of our local high schools joining us, Richard King High School.
We knew they were going to show up at some point, and they did not disappoint. Thanks for coming along.
The Mighty Mustang Band has 150 members. The band is a consistent UIL sweepstake award-winning program. And you see a couple of girls right in front of the band.
That's part of what makes the Buck Days parade and the Buck Days celebration so exciting is so many of these young people get to come out and display their talents and really just have fun marching in the band. And oh, I bet you recognize this.
Go Mustangs!
See, all decked out in green, I think they're ready for the St. Patrick's Day parade as well. I mean, this is just kind of an added bonus here. Hello.
Hum it with me. Ready? Always a great day to be a Mustang, right, Mike?
I'm ready to stand for the kickoff. I'll tell you, that's all I can think about right now. Go King. Thanks for being in the parade.
We've got the cheerleaders right behind the Mighty Mustangs. Way to go.
I bet that is not the last band that we are going to see come through here tonight on your Navy Army Night Parade.
And we got a couple of the parents waving at us, and they're in the truck with all the supplies that the kids are going to need along the parade routes.
All right, very good. Let's see who we have next. Oh, you know, these are important folks in our community. We're talking about the Gulf Coast Humans Society Canine Court.
And look at that, and there are a couple of pirates aboard as well.
Gulf Coast, it says Human Society. You didn't catch that, did you?
I didn't know. I heard him. No,
oh, okay.
I heard you. Yes, I heard that. But
yeah,
it's also
it's the Humane Society with the humans there carrying the court, and they've been doing this for a long, long time here in South Texas.
Do you know that they are the largest no-kill shelter?
Yeah, they absolutely are, and that's not an easy thing to do, and yet they work every day at doing that. And it's their third year, I think, to participate in the parade, if I remember right. And so we're glad to have them there.
Right behind them is American Collision Repair Center monster truck. They meet their best customers by accident.
All right.
Buck Days, by the way, a great event for the community.
And we are sponsored tonight by Wilcox Furniture, Navy Army Community Credit Union, also Cantwell Mattress Company, NEC Co-op Energy, and Bishop RV Center. Thanks to each one of you for helping us to bring this live 82nd edition of the Navy Army Night Parade.
So we have, there you go. They say we meet our best customers by accident. Now that is a great tagline if you've ever seen one. That's from American Collision Repair Center, and
that is a monster truck if you've ever seen one. Now, I think if they're coming up here next, look at that. You can see how the parade is lined up along shoreline there, and there's one of those CCBD towers that we were talking about earlier. You see those sometimes at Christmas time in the malls, things like that. That's CCPD. They're taking a good look and keeping a watchful eye on everything that's happening here tonight. And of course, we heard from some of those officers earlier, and they said there haven't been any problems along the parade route
when
this
you
year.
think about it, Mike, it's pretty incredible. You've got about 100,000 people along the parade route, and to be able to maintain such crowd control, and really it's because people know that this is a family event, and so they pretty much, as you can say, they behave, and CCBD just keeping a watchful eye on this.
You know, there was some concern about it being a new route this year because of the construction on the Harbor Bridge.
We heard that from Mac.
It kind of made it impossible to do this the way that we've done it for so long.
Sure.
And so hats off to the Buccaneer Commission and the folks who put this together for devising this particular route, and more importantly, to the folks of Corpus Christi and the surrounding areas here in the Coastal Bend who made this such an easy transition. People were down here when they were supposed to be. They marked off spots where they were supposed to mark them off, and right now everybody's just having a great time down here on a night when it is, you know, it's always a picturesque night here in Corpus Christi, but this night is especially beautiful, and I think there's nobody down here that minds being down here right now.
Absolutely, and you know, we had all those showers overnight where we weren't sure during the week how the weather was going to hold up, and it has absolutely been a beautiful night, a little bit of a cool breeze along the way, and so everybody's having a great time. I have to tell you, going back to the route and the changes, it wasn't easy. I heard from many of the Buccarators and the Buck Commission that they really fought to have the parade route stay the way that it is, but because of the construction of the Harbor Bridge, the Harbor Bridge folks say, listen, it's not safe to go under the overpass this year because of all the work that we are doing, so we're going to have to change the route this year. Everybody really listened.
Well, one of the other changes that came this year was the big pachanga happening over at the American Bank Center, and a lot of folks in there getting that VIP treatment and seeing the floats come through there before they then hit the parade route. That's going to be even bigger and better next year.
Let me tell you, it's so much like Mardi Gras. One of the big, speaking of Mardi Gras and one of the big floats, we've got the Chicas Rock.
Now, you were commenting earlier about how much you like this particular float. Chicas Rock neon lights.
You were saying that they do this every year.
Every year they do this kind of thing. I mean, they put a lot of effort into this. They go all out, and you see the neon lights. That's the theme of their particular float. Of course, Chicas Rock, students rocking live in that float.
Let's listen to them, sure.
That is the band, and they are there. You'll see them at a lot of different community activities. activities, and they're invited in to play. You know, if you're invited into so many things like they are, it must be pretty good.
Absolutely, and they teach them. They teach them how to learn to play an instrument. But what it really gives them is a great sense of importance to know how to stay active in the community by taking part in events like this one. It's a time of year when families get together and they build their float, and it unites everyone. And the girls say they really look forward to it every single year.
One of the things that Chica's Rock is known for, if you know anything about the organization, is that they work at building girls' self-esteem through music and art, and they provide a safe environment for them to express themselves in a non-judgment zone. So we're thankful for them in our community.
Destino Danzar Performance Group is up next. Yes, they are an award-winning group from San Antonio. Welcome to the Coastal Bend, y'all.
See, we've got people from far and wide coming down here to be a part of this big parade because it is known far and wide. And there looks like some royalty right there in the back of that truck.
That's right. They're right here with the Destino Danzar Performance Group. They actually won first place in Buck Days 2018 last year.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we should mention this. They participated and won an award in the Luling Watermelon Bump Parade. We don't want to pass without saying that.
You can. You got to give them credit. Look at that.
That's a fun, energetic group of individuals, and we are proud to have them here in the Navy Army Night Parade. Thanks for being a part of all the Buck Days celebrations.
Maybe
here.
when you and I retire, we can join that group.
You know, I don't want to wait that long.
I can see you wearing that, but you don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, I could actually. I wear some of that stuff to work right now, so I don't know.
Geez.
You know, it wouldn't be a big stretch for me. Hey, who do we got here?
Las Doñas de la Corte Queen's Float right here. Beautiful dresses. The gorge at the Queen's Float. So we have our queen this year, as we mentioned earlier, is Elizabeth Claire Webster.
Wow, look at that. They are it's just an awe-inspiring sight when they drive by. Again, these are young people who put so much of themselves into these events and into being able to do this and in serving our community.
And we've got the Port of Corpus Christi, people powered, coming up next. We saw their police unit drive by, and now we've got the folks walking on the ground, and the few folks who were actually pretty lucky are on the float right now.
Port of
dancing
Corpus
to Selena.
Christi. They are growing. They are in the news all the time for the good things that they're doing.
They've got a little bitty bum bum going on the float right now.
Was Mac dancing? I saw a shot of Mac. Was he dancing?
Probably. I don't think bitty bum bum can.
There he goes.
I don't think bitty bum bum can pass up Mac and he not shake his hips.
No, I think he's just kind of. It's kind of one of those things that's going to happen in nature. You know,
he might be doing the washer. What was it? The washer?
Or the sprinkler?
No, not the sprinkler.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The one I can't do.
The washing machine. That's what it was.
Right.
That's what Mac was doing.
Great to have those folks in the parade as well as many others. We've got a lot of floats to get to and a lot of folks who forego the float and march in the parade, including the Moody High School NJ ROTC unit.
The Moody NJ ROTC program develops better citizens while teaching leadership, teamwork, responsibility, and of course, accountability.
That's right. These are cadets that the program really works hard to get them into the community and looking for ways to show off their unit to Corpus Christi because they are proud of what they're able to accomplish there, not only through classroom activities, but also military drill and fitness activities, after-school teams, all kind of things.
And right behind the Moody High School NJROTC team, we have Stripes.
Hey, Stripes and Laredo Taco. Do not forget Laredo Taco, some of the best tacos around.
It's not the Coastal Bend without seeing a Stripes cup and a taco.
That's right. These are at my desk at least once a week, I think. Hey, there's Piper, our friend Piper. Hello, Piper.
Hi, Piper.
She, a lot of times, will bring by some Laredo tacos for us there at the station. We do appreciate her and appreciate the good people over at Stripes.
And we've got the
King and Queen.
Hey,
look at that.
It is the Kings, the guys who are competing for King. It's the 10 young men there who all this evening received scholarship money to continue their higher education.
All right, part of Rodeo Corpus Christi there. I do do believe that I sense another band about to come into play here near our broadcast booth.
I believe you are right, and I believe that they have come all the way from Falfurrias.
All right, see, I told you, people come from far and wide to be a part of this. Let's listen to the Falfurrias Marching Band. Falfurrias Marching Band. By the way, that is a sweepstakes earning band for the second year in a row. They've got more awards than I probably want to take time to read tonight because you would just be way impressed. The jerseys, we're glad that they're a part of our Navy Army Night Parade this year.
Brooks County ISD bringing one of their vehicles also in this parade. We want to say hi to them. Thank you for being here.
All right.
And right behind Falfurrias, my old friends, Mike Gillespie, before I knew you.
A lot of good folks. Hey, it's the folks over at KRIS, our friends across the city there.
Preston, got a couple of my Gazin.
There they are. That's Joe Gazin, folks. You recognize that man in the good-looking shirt, by the way.
Very good.
I like that.
Looking good, my friend. Who's over there? Chris Thomas.
Chris Thomas. Great to see you guys. Kristen
Steven
Diaz.
Cavasso, Steven Diaz. Oh, John Thomas is driving off the route.
I don't know that that's allowed. Hello, KRIS.
Be careful. Be careful.
All right. Always good to see those folks. And in just a little bit, you're going to see the KRIS 6 News float. Our folks will be coming by here in just a bit.
Absolutely. Great to see our good friends over at KRIS. Who's behind them?
Those good-looking golf carts, by the way.
I know.
I wonder if they're going to have to sell those wholesale after the parade.
At least rent them, right?
All right. We can take
still
one.
Waving.
I'm going to need a ride back to the station, by the way, and maybe
you want to get a ride from Bessie?
See if Bessie will pick me up and do that. Is he holding a light bulb? That's so people can see him. I get it. Okay. Hey, Ken. There's Ken driving that thing. Ken shoots
I like your shirt, Lady.
And they've got more.
These are 3 star students that are on the float this year.
Yeah.
And wave. Go quiet this year.
They certainly are not. How many entries do they have in this parade?
Oh, that's so funny to see.
I think, in fact, what they're probably going to do is they're going to stop here for a while.
There you go.
You know, I don't know. I'm not going to ask McClovio to go out there, but he could. Hey, who's the...
And up next, we've got the Buccaneer Commission. Let's see. No, this is not the King's float.
I don't think it is.
This is the Queens.
The Queens, okay.
Of course. Hi, ladies.
Yeah.
And of course, all these ladies that you see here, they all won scholarships tonight, ranging from $8,000 to $2,000 each girl. So great job, ladies.
Yeah. That looks like an RTA bus, but I'm not sure. Is that what that is?
Right.
Yeah.
CCRTA, Cap B-Tan, and the Legends of the Gulf Coast.
Goodness.
Oh, look at that. Batten down the hatches is what they say. Cap B-Tan and his pirateers have resurrected for one night only.
There they are, riding the RTA.
Riding the RTA.
You see the smoke coming out of the, that's an interesting looking individual right there.
They put a lot of work in. CCRTA participates in the Buck Days Parade because it offers them an opportunity, they say, to celebrate the traditions of Buck Days with the community that they appreciate.
And as they say, dead men tell no tales.
And now we have the Floresville Peanut Fest festival.
This is their Court of European Elegance.
I didn't know that you could put that with a peanut festival.
I'm sticking my finger out as I drink my tea right here.
Yes, you are. Floresville Peanut Festival is in its 74th year, a grand celebration to recognize the importance of the peanut to the Southwest Texas agriculture. We've got the Queen Madeline Castro, King Josiah Hernandez, first runner-up Princess Emma May, Prince Patrick Silva, Elizabeth Coldway, and Cameron Herndon.
All right, look at this. Neighborhood Center of Corpus Christi, Pirates of the Playground, I bet. Yeah, that's who they are. And they certainly have dressed up for the role tonight. Coming through looking like pirates, giving us that wave. You may want to slow that down a little bit, darling.
And dancing to El Tao Tao, El Tao Tao. They're so cute.
That's a 30-foot long float, by the way. A lot of these they take up a lot of space right there, and so we're glad to have them in the parade. This gives us another chance, by the way, to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors who are helping us to bring you the Navy Army Night Parade. That would include NEC, Co-op Energy, also Cantwell Mattress Company, Wilcox Furniture, Bishop RV Center, where they have RV sales, parts, and service, and, of course, the Title Navy Community Credit Union, who's bringing us this Navy Army Night Parade.
It was great to see them in the very beginning of the parade with the balloons and just getting the parade started. Do we want to go down to Mac and see if he's got anybody down there with him?
I don't know if Mac is even still in the parade. By the way, take a look at that. That's another quick look along the parade route. You see the flashing lights. You see people down there having a good time. Maclovio, who have you found down there with you?
Well, I was busy watching the parade and marching with the bands, but you know, it's really nice. Everybody's having a great time. Let me see this little pretty girl. Okay, will you blow your horn for us? Will you blow your horn?
Oh.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Lots of families, lots of kids down here. That's what it's all about. We've got a little bit of a break on the parade side, but we're going to just walk down the street and get everybody to wave, okay? Get everybody wave because you're on TV. You're on television now. This is all your friends and neighbors that are down here and enjoying the parade route. Of course, again, the new route. I don't know if they're going to keep this. There's Mom and Dad there. Here's all the kids. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? You like the parades? They're going good? Wait, where's my friend with the clowns? Where's my friend with the clowns? Where's she?
Look at Jake.
Color. Yeah, you know, those. There you go. All right. Hey, come here. Wait. Okay. I asked this young lady, what was her worst fear at the parade? What is that?
Clowns.
Do they scare you?
A lot.
They scare her. Well, okay, go hide. They'll come in over there. Look, they're coming. They're coming. All right, we'll toss it back to you. Everyone's having a ball down here on Chaparral Street, enjoying the Buck Days Parade. Back to you.
Love seeing all the families. Thanks, Mac. I thought you had ridden away with a float out there. I'm glad we still found you.
We have not mentioned here in a while the fact that the Buck Days Carnival is going on, and we're going to give away 4 wristbands to the carnival. If you'd like to be entered to win, all you have to do is email the word FUN along with your name and telephone number. You send that to contest@KRISTV.com, and we'll select some winners to get those wristbands to get you right into the carnival.
We have the Down South Riders coming along this way with a band. Hello, all in pink.
And again, as most of our, so many of our floats do tonight, they've got the music playing and having a great time, not only on the float, but also showing a good time to the people who are down here along the parade route. It is, as you can see there, an absolutely beautiful night, and folks are just kind of relaxed and taking it all in this year.
And it's really interesting, too, because we keep saying is this year there were so many changes, and everybody's just gone with it.
They have, and I've noticed a lot of the vendors coming by, and apparently they're doing a pretty good business, judging by the lighted hats and all kinds of things that you see in the crowd right there. And they were down here for several hours before the parade even started, and they were going ahead and selling some of those things, and so good job to all of them.
Well, we want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, of course, Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, NEC Co-op Energy, Bishop RV Center, and Cantwell Mattress Company. You can't sleep well without a Cantwell mattress.
All right, hey, we're going to take a quick break here. Stay with us, though. We've got more of the Navy Army Night Parade coming your way right after this.
Nobody goes into life thinking about the hardships. those things you can't predict. A few years ago, my wife and I both lost our jobs from layoffs. Our savings went quickly and we nearly lost everything. But thankfully, we had Navy Army behind us. They gave us the time we needed to make payments. They helped us with our loans. They never gave up on us. It's those people who stick by you during the hard times, the ones you want to keep around for life. Our future is my why. Navy Army is my how.
Spring camping season is here, and Bishop RV Center is ready with 3 acres of fresh new travel trailers and fifth wheels. Start your adventure today. Don't wait, and save big with the best value on RVs in the Coastal Bend. Come by Bishop RV Center and tour this brand new 2019 Microlight, specifically designed with more comfort and amenities in mind. And it's light enough to tow with an SUV or minivan. What are you waiting for? Buy your dream RV today at Bishop RV.
Wilcox Furniture is really overstocked. Yikes! Time for the massive inventory write-off sale at all locations.
Great furniture delivered fast at great prices. Like this deep cushion sectional, just $6.99. And we have even more deals at Wilcox.
From KRIS 6 News, this is a live broadcast of the Buck Days Navy Army Night Parade. Now, your hosts from KRIS 6 News, Mike Gillespie, Katia Uriarte, and Maclovio Perez.
Welcome back, everybody. For 82 years, we have been down here as a part of the Buck Days celebration, and of course, a highlight of everything that is Buck Days is what you're seeing here live tonight, the Navy Army Night Parade.
And it is a pleasure to be able to bring it to you live once again this year. Mike Gillespie here with you, as well as Katia Uriarte.
Katia Uriarte.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to actually, I hate to say this, but I'm going to have to leave you.
Not yet.
Now, not yet.
Okay.
But in a little while, because it wouldn't be Buck Days if we didn't take part with the route.
And here's what she's talking about. In just a little bit, our KRIS 6 News float is going to come on by here with all of the good KRIS 6 people that you enjoy seeing every day. And Katia is going to leave our broadcast booth and run down there and jump on the float so that folks along the parade route will be able to say hi to her. I'll, of course, stay here with you until the end. And we do have a lot more floats coming up. Right now, we've got a bit of a break here in the crowd as they've got a float stopped back there, and they're putting some things together. We expect them to come back this way any minute now. Let me ask you about something else that's happening tomorrow that you're going to be a part of.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Mike Gillespie.
I knew that.
You knew
I was
this,
leading you into this. I knew that. Cinco de Mayo, what does that mean?
Cinco de Mayo.
5th of May.
5th of May. Very good. Your Spanish is getting better every day. So our sister station, Telemundo, we have actually partnered up with Buck Days, and this year we are going to bring you a concert series, and who else but the man that you see right there on the right to your screen, KRIS Perez, is going to be the headliner of this concert series tomorrow, and it's going to be held at the Buck Days Carnival. So all you have to do is come down to Water's Edge Park. Everything starts at noon, and you get in for $6, and that also gets you into the concert. So come on by. It's going to be happening all the way till midnight. So from noon till midnight, and the shows are going to start right around 5 p.m. We've got Grupo Zamorales as well as Grupo Visión. And Grupo Visión has been, they have been touring with Intocable here lately, so they're a very good band.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Before we do that, though, we want to go ahead and thank once again our Navy Army Community Credit Union for sponsoring tonight's parade. A better way to bank, you can visit them online at NavyArmyCCU.com. Also, we want to thank the folks from Wilcox Furniture, South Texas' largest furniture selection. We appreciate you stepping in and helping us to be able to bring this to the folks tonight live.
Absolutely. And we're going to take a quick short break.
Oh, NEC. Before we do that,
yes.
let's say, hey, thanks to NEC Co-op Energy. You can find your plain and simple rate at NECCoOpEnergy.com. And then, of course, Bishop RV Center, where you can find all kinds of new and pre-owned RVs, as well as parts and service. If you've got an RV, the folks to talk to are over at the Bishop RV Center. J&B Pavelka and Trout Trucking. You see them around town. We want to thank them for being one of our live broadcast sponsors. And how could we forget the folks over at the Cantwell Mattress Company? Well, we couldn't.
We can't.
Cantwell Mattress Company, because you can't well sleep without a Cantwell mattress. We got that in. All right, let's take a quick break again. We're going to be back with more live from the Navy Army Night Parade right after this.
Nobody goes into life thinking about the hardships, those things you can't predict. A few years ago, my wife and I both lost our jobs from layoffs. Our savings went quickly and we nearly lost everything. But thankfully, we had NavyArmy behind us. They gave us the time we needed to make payments. They helped us with our loans. They never gave up on us. It's those people who stick by you during the hard times, the ones you want to keep around for life. Our future is my why. NavyArmy is my how.
Spring camping season is here, and Bishop RV Center is ready with 3 acres of fresh new travel trailers and fifth wheels. Start your adventure today. Don't wait, and save big with the best value on RVs in the Coastal Bend. Come by Bishop RV Center and tour this brand new 2019 Microlight, specifically designed with more comfort and amenities in mind. And it's light enough to tow with an SUV or minivan. What are you waiting for? Buy your dream RV today at Bishop RV.
When we say HEB products were made for the love of Texas, we mean they were made for long road trips or river trips. Made to sizzle all across the Lone Star State. To add a little extra Tex to your favorite Tex-Mex. And churned in the heart of Texas to make sure even vanilla is anything but vanilla. With thousands of HEB brand items made just for Texas, it's no wonder HEB's the brand Texas calls home.
Miss the 71st Annual Shrimpery, June 7th through the 9th. Live entertainment by Josh Abbott Band, Chad Cook Band, Bobby Pulido, Electric Cowboys, and AJ Castillo. Culinary events, carnival rides, and the Saturday parade. 3-day passes only $15. Visit Eventbrite or RamsesPass.org for ticket purchase and information. The 71st Annual Shrimpery is brought to you by these proud sponsors.
Watch KRIS 6 News, your #1 choice for local news and weather. From KRIS 6 News, this is a live broadcast of the Buck Days NavyArmy Night Parade. Now, your hosts from KRIS 6 News, Mike Gillespie, Katia Udiarte, and Maclovio Perez.
That is such a good-looking picture of the three of us, but that's not how we look tonight because we're out here enjoying the parade. Now, we do have we've got a stop in the parade here, a bit of a delay. And what are you hearing about that?
So what I'm hearing is that a horse slipped. The horse is being checked out by the veterinarian right now. Hopefully the horse is just tired and is going to be okay. But we are going to update you coming up here as we know more about this. Okay?
All right. It looks like they may be moving down there, and so we expect that they're going to be coming right here next to our broadcast station in just a bit. And when they do, of course, we'll bring you all the rest of the floats. We've had, actually, and it's hard to believe because it went by so quickly, we've had about 80 floats, 80 participants in the parade come by so far.
We had the marching bands, we had kings
and queens and princess and children and moms and dads. We've had a lot of them come by, and they, up to this point, have kept it going at a pretty good clip. I have been really, really impressed at what we've been able to see here tonight. And, of course, you see folks are not having a hard time entertaining themselves down in the crowd while they're waiting for the floats to come by.
Listen, as long as there are vendors, you will never be bored, right? Especially if you're a little one with something sparkly, even as an adult.
And if you're a vendor, by the way, this is a good time to go running through the crowd because you've got people who absolutely will stop and see what it is that you have just out of curiosity, and maybe pick up a few items for some of their children or some of the other family members who are lined up along the...
And Buck Days really welcomes all the vendors, and if you want to be a vendor next year, all you have to do is fill out the proper paperwork to get out on the crowd. You must turn in your completed Buck Days vendor application. If you are to sell food, you must comply with all the requirements of the Nueces County Public Health Department, along with other agencies. Also, vendors must clean up after themselves, especially if they are selling food, but you are definitely welcome to make some money along the parade route, right?
Yeah, and every year this thing just kind of gets bigger and better. And, you know, again, we're talking about 100,000 folks or more who are out here for this parade tonight. And then you at home who are watching it live with us here on television. And all along the route, we've had the Buccarators down there who have been keeping things moving along at a great pace tonight.
And they are responsible for this. You know, they're all volunteers. They do all kinds of different things in the community, but they volunteer their time to make sure that they put this parade on year after year. Rain, not rain, they always keep it going.
Out there. And how do you recognize the Buccarators? They're the fellas out there in those white uniforms out there. Yeah, the jumpsuit. I was going to say jumpsuits. You say onesies. I don't know, but they're you can see them all along the parade route, and they, again, as you mentioned, volunteer their time and do a great job with that. You also have a lot of folks from the Corpus Christi Police Department, again, out here not for any particular reason other than to make sure that everybody stays safe and has a great time.
You see a couple of officers right there on their bikes, just keeping an eye out, like you said, Mike, making sure that everything is going well. And we have the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation Share a Smile that is making their way now the parade route, which now we've got some movement once again.
All right, they're going to be coming by our station right here. By the way, we want to tell you that the Share a Smile focuses on collecting donations for the Children's Hospital. They're currently led by a 4-member student board, and they have 100 beauty queens here in Texas, ranging from ages 1 on up. And so they are really all over the place.
And this group was started by a 14-year-old girl who had a mission to make a difference in the lives of children everywhere battling cancer and other life-changing diseases.
All right, so we welcome them tonight to our Buck Days, our Navy Army Night Parade. That's the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation Share a Smile. And if I am not mistaken, I hear some music right behind them. Who are some of these folks that we're bringing along there?
This is Jordanton, Mighty
Jordanton.
Indian Band, Mike Gillespie.
Yes. They are under the direction of Mr. David Torch, Mr. Juan Ramirez, and Mrs. Sarah Rost.
And the band has been consistent winners and was a 3A state honor band in Texas. Let's listen to them.
Go Jordanton, the Mighty Indian Band. I thought for a moment that was coming from the band, but you're taking a look down there. You see the flashing lights, and is that the big yellow fire truck coming on there? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when they come by. But a final look at the Jordanton Indian Band. That guy, by the way, with the band, in case you were wondering. I ask about the big yellow fire truck because whenever I see the yellow fire truck, I know that it means the Refinery Terminal Fire Company. Yep, that's who it is.
There
absolutely.
They are.
They provide all kinds of emergency services for industry up and down the port. Something happens at one of our many refineries. These are the folks who go out there and they take care of it and they get the job done.
And the truck you see there is the Foam 3, an industrial foam pumper truck that can pump water at over 4,000 gallons a minute, and it carries 2,000 gallons of firefighting foam to provide protection.
There they go. It's the Texas Jazz Festival Society. They have a Hawaiian-themed float that includes Mr. Jazz Fest, Jonathan Garcia, and Miss Texas Jazz Fest, Jalu Sun, Texas Jazz Fest Society. Thank you for being in the parade tonight.
The largest free jazz festival in the country.
Yeah, a lot of folks on there. And there's one of the horses. I haven't seen as many of those yet tonight in the parade. And I suspect we're going to see some of those come by here as the horses are in the parade for the different groups. But right now, it looks to me like we've got another. Oh, this is the Miller Show Band, the Alumni Association. These are the folks who have been in the band. In fact, I think last year, I remember, we talked to somebody from the class of 75.
They proudly marched tradition from Roy Miller High School.
That's right. They've been doing this for a while, and I think it's open to anybody who's ever been a part of the band.
Go Buccaneers! We've got the alumni high steppers.
That's right.
Right behind them.
I just want to, there's no way for me to find out, but I wonder what's the earliest class represented among the high steppers.
What do you think? Maybe?
I don't know. Like I say, I saw it in we heard from a 1975 graduate last year. I don't know who they've got down there this year.
But it's the Miller Show Band Alumni Associates. They are keeping tradition going and looking fabulous while doing it. Go
I expected to see somebody come through there in a walker a minute ago, but I guess not. Not yet anyway, right?
Barely here, Craig. Yeah. All right, and we are keeping the purple going. Hello. Great. Oh, look at this royalty all the way from Freer, Texas.
Oh, these are the rattlesnake roundup folks, right?
I was there. Hello. I was there as they crowned the king and the queen.
Hello.
Hello from Freer,
Where
Texas.
are the rattlesnakes?
It's great to
There they are, right in the front.
You see them?
I saw the rattlesnakes.
All
yeah.
the royalty. Every year I
Been
head
looking
down
for
to
that
Freer
one
to make sure
all
that I
night.
help them crown their royalty in Freer. Great to see
Speaking
y'all.
of royalty, the Guadalupe Agriculture Fair queens are with us here in the Navy Army Night Parade tonight.
And right behind them, the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi, led by Ram Chavez. Let's listen to them. Did you know that the band was started in 1984 by Ram Chavez,
Yeah.
who's still directing the band to this day?
He had actually been a band director over at Ray High School and is, of course, a veteran himself. And all of the folks in the band are, and they do a marvelous job in all of the events around town.
And we have the hip hoppers dance team ready to dance. They say their motto is, we love to dance and we do it from our heart.
They do indeed. Their group has a goal of keeping at-risk youth involved and engaged in the various activities that they take part in. And they're proud to be tonight in our Navy Army Night Parade.
Oh, here we go. Look, they're performing for us right now. Mike, maybe they can teach you how to Dougie.
How to Dougie? I don't even know what that is. Do I want to learn
like
how
this,
to do that?
Like, teach me how to Dougie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could learn that. That's a skill that I'll put
sign
to
you
use
up.
at some point, somewhere, I'm sure. You know, if I could learn to walk to the refrigerator without falling down, I think I would be in good shape. So, Dougie, maybe that's not so high on the list.
Now that looks like an orange, maybe?
It
or
is
some
because
sort of
it's
citrus.
the Texas Citrus Fiesta Royal Float. You didn't know they had such a thing.
Had no
did you?
idea.
Yeah, that's who they are, and they are coming your way here tonight in the parade. Texas Citrus Fiesta. And they got a lot of folks on there that are just a good-looking group right there.
Riding the float is the 82nd Queen, Citrina Alexandria Conchola.
Yeah.
82nd Citrus Fiesta King, Brandon Thompson.
And I didn't see Brandon there.
Oh, it's a grapefruit. So
grapefruit.
Princess of the Grapefruit is Catherine Slusher.
All right. I guess citrus involves all kinds of things.
There you
Oranges,
go.
grapefruit, but that definitely is a grape. Now that it's coming right by our station, now you can see that, my friends, is grapefruit. Do not make that mistake twice. Oh, did we miss the clown?
Oh, did we?
Jolly Go Fred the Clown. I think he was down there riding around. I don't know if we got a shot of him or not, but Jolly Go Fred the Clown was there. And these are the folks from the USS Lexington Museum. They like to show their support for all kinds of events here in Corpus Christi. The Lexington Museum, by the way, a great place to go. If you've never done that, put it at the top of your list and go spend some time down there. The Lexington Museum, all kinds of good things to see there.
They actually have an escape room, and it's the only one on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, I can believe that that's right. They've also got that huge haunted house that they do every year, the USS Lexington Haunted House. By the way, here's a live look from up top. You saw some of the parade route there. These are more of the people who are down here along the parade, and we've got some folks in Hooks uniforms.
That's because the Hooks are here with us.
They are.
Sammy
Hello.
Hook. Hello,
Corpus
everybody.
Christi Hooks. doing great this year in the Texas League, by the way, and we expect to see that continue. That's a great family night. Go out and see the Hooks anytime you get a chance. They'd love to have you along.
And here's the
There's
USS
the haunted
Lexington, the haunted house float that's coming up here.
The haunted house on the USS Lexington, the largest on a ship in South Texas. Been spooking folks for 7 years now. And they do donate the ticket proceeds to places like Breast Cancer Awareness and the Wounded Warrior Project.
That's a happy haunted house.
There is a happy haunted house.
County Sheriff's Office, their mobile command center is in the parade this year.
That's right, the Nueces County Sheriff's Office, they are promoting public safety. And of course, their #1 goal to protect the lives of all of us here in this area.
We've got one of the K-9 officers also along in the parade route this year.
Yeah, there you go, right there. So well behaved with all the lights, all the sounds, all the music, all the people. Yeah, those things, those animals are trained so well. Oh, here's one of my favorites. H-E-B Creamy Creations. Do you see the ice cream there?
I wish we could eat some ice cream right now. Doesn't that just make you want to have some ice cream?
They've actually been churning ice cream in the heart of Texas since 1998. Get you some H-E-B Creamy Creations. That is good stuff. They are a proud sponsor of Buck Days and are participating in the Navy Army Night Parade.
And right behind them, we have Charro Days, a fiesta. And you can see them. They have a trophy in their hand, so that means they won. They've been around since 1938. The Charro Days Fiesta.
The 83rd year that they have been out here doing their thing. That's a great look. They've got movement on that particular float. They got that horse spinning, and you wonder what that's all made of.
All right, now listen. We've got another high school here, the Moody High School Band, the Trojans. And as the Trojans come by, I gotta say bye to you.
Well, this was the part I was dreading all night. I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay here, but we understand that you do have to get out there and get on the KRIS 6 News float.
I'll wave at you from the float, okay?
Okay, so when you come by,
doing this with you, my friend.
Be sure and say hi, and we'll continue to carry on without you. In fact, somebody go find Maclovio and get him up here in the booth. Hey, you mentioned the Moody High School Band. They are marching here as all of their other high schools have done tonight and are coming by here. We want to say go Trojans. They're having a great time right down there in that parade. Let's take a listen. All right, they've got the high strutters coming by here. That's a pretty big group. That's a good-sized group. Right behind them, the Moody Marching Band. And a big thank you to the Moody High School Moody Trojan Marching Band. Glad to see them in our parade tonight. Doing a great job there. You know, somebody was listening when I spoke, which rarely happens, and all of a sudden, Maclovio Perez has appeared up here in the broadcast center with me.
Actually, I was looking for a place to sit down.
Looking for a place to sit down. You were doing a great job down there talking to a lot of the folks who were in the parade, the folks who were watching the parade.
Well, having a great time with the folks, but, you know, I'm looking at the parade, I'm talking to the people, and I don't know how those people have all that energy, but what is that?
That's the Casa of the Coastal Bend Fright Night Haunted House.
That's pretty spooky looking.
Yeah,
you know, the Casa people are great folks. We work with them every year, and they, of course, had their big, what do you call it?
They had their superhero run, their 5K today.
And I don't want you to think that they're scary people. The Casa folks are the court-appointed special advocate for kids, but they must have a pretty good-looking fright house there, because these guys are pretty
and they've been doing it for about 20 years, so you would figure in 20 years, in 2 decades, you have got it down. And they do a great job job there at CASA. The Sisters of Dance is what we're looking at now. These are folks who, well, the name says it all. Looks like they got a trophy. They have a love for dancing and performing. These are women who decided to dance together and create this group, the Sisters of Dance, and you can see they're doing a little bit of a dance for us down there. They look a little bit like gypsies on there, but
yes,
it's that
but
pirate theme.
What a great idea, because if you stop moving, eventually you will rust. So,
right.
I mean, these ladies keep it going, and congratulations to them, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, if you just stop, you start squeaking in the joints, and no, you want to get out there and enjoy those folks.
Good friends who dance and perform together and enjoy what they do. Hey, look at this. Holy Fire Mission Corpus Christi, 500 years as the body of Christ. This, by the way, the 500th anniversary of the arrival of Spanish explorer Alonso Alvarez de Pineda, who came to Corpus Christi Bay, giving it the Latin name meaning Body of Christ.
Holy Fire Mission, a nonprofit Christian organization in the Catholic tradition. They promote awareness and adoration of the Catholic tradition. And of course, think about that. 500 years ago, Alonso de Pineda, on a wooden boat, was sailing down the Gulf of Mexico, stopped, pulled in, and said, hey, I'm going to name this bay the Body of Christ.
And it worked out well. There went the Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend truck going by. They do such a great job in providing opportunities for so many of us here and so many folks who are looking for jobs here in the Coastal Bend. These are my favorites in the parade right here. It's the Alameen Shriners.
I want to retire just so I can be one of them.
Yeah, and it's not just to wear the hat. It's to ride around in that little car.
I mean, their job is to have fun at the parade.
And they do a good job of doing that.
Great job.
By the way, they do have a serious side. These are the folks who work hard to help children around the world through the world's greatest philanthropy, the Shriners Hospital for Children. And they're always out there spreading the word about what they do.
Of course,
the Alameen
those are our
Shriners.
friends, the Alameen, which are the local chapter, and they bring by the huge carnival every year. And, you know, we get to work with them and talk to them. But really, the philanthropy is amazing because, as you know, there's 3 or 4 hospitals in the state of Texas alone where they will accept children, especially the burn children, for no cost at all.
Right.
And these guys are out there acting silly, raising money for that very cause, and we're really appreciative of them.
Yeah, these are some of the best individuals you're ever going to meet. If you ever get a chance to go to any of the activities that they put on or get to meet them at things like pancake days and things that they have, or even get to go by the Shrine Circus.
And there's not one of these silly guys that you see right there that doesn't have a heart of gold.
They do.
Because what they're doing is just for the kids, and for the kids that maybe they'll never meet, but they know that the money goes for a wonderful cause. So we thank the Alameens, and I know they're having a good time.
They are having a good time. Hey, you're wondering what that is right there? We're looking at Texas Search and Rescue, also known as TXR. It's an all-volunteer nonprofit group that covers the entire state of Texas, providing multidiscipline search and rescue, swift water rescue, wildland fire, and disaster response services. Glad to have them in the parade.
Well, next up we have the Corpus Christi Coffee Club.
I want to be in that club.
Boy, I tell you, it's a hilarious bunch. They're really a civic organization, but they founded in 1991. It seems like they founded in 1891, if you ask me. It was founded by our late judge, Armando Diaz Flores, and Judge Ray Madrigal de Poncho Villa. You know him.
Yes.
They bring community speakers and all kinds of opportunities, and really, it's an opportunity to keep an open dialogue among everybody. You know, if you sit on one side of the street and the other guys on the other side, and you never talk, well, you don't know what they're thinking.
And they're doing it over coffee, which makes it all better. Now, Mac, you have been down in the crowd, but we have been privileged to sit up here all night tonight, and we've had a great vantage point to see so many of the marching bands. We saw the John Paul II marching band go by there. They were waving and smiling, and here you get to see the Luling Watermelon Thump float.
Oh, yes. I remember the days when you had to go thump a watermelon just
to see if it was good.
We still do that, you know.
I never knew what it meant, but you did it. Yeah.
You look good doing it. But in Luling, the watermelon is a very special fruit because for 65 years, not only have they been producing watermelon, but they've been doing the watermelon thump to bring attention to that wonderful community out there between, San Antonio and Austin. So,
by the way, the Luling Watermelon Thump, in case you're wondering, it's always held the last Thursday through Sunday in June. So you've still got a chance to head over to Luling to see and be a part of that. All right, I think we've got superheroes here, so this must be the Amistad Community Healthcare superheroes.
It's their third year of the entry into Buck Days, and this year they are partnering with dancers from Con Sabor Ladies Audition
Dance Team. Dancers is what they've got.
That's what they got.
They're doing a great job. Now here's another Apollo flowing. We saw them right before the parade started. Apollo towing.
Are those not the biggest trucks you've ever seen?
They are.
I mean, I was pretty impressed with the Holt tractors back in the days, but these are monsters.
Yeah, they are locally owned and 20 years, and they are the pros when you need a tow.
So it says City Style.
City Style. Now let's see who these folks are, because it looks like they've got more cars that are coming back behind them, and it's some of those fancy painted cars. Oh, this one's got a sunroof.
Yeah, this is the lowriders.
Oh, I bet you can't do that at home.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a special skill to be able to get your car to do that. Now, if you can barely change your air filter, you just don't need to apply in this club.
No, this is probably something you want to stay away from.
These guys have spent, I don't think they know how much science and physics go into the hydraulics and the electricity necessary to get these cars jump up and down.
Yeah.
If they told them, hey, you're working, they wouldn't believe you, because they're just having fun fixing their cars.
And it goes in the front or in the back. I mean, they can raise them both.
Exactly.
I love the colors. I mean, the sparkles, the purple, the green.
The metal flake, the colors on these cars are amazing.
Yeah.
Usually they like to be, as they say, unique and adaptable, but sometimes
there's an old Chevrolet.
Traditional.
Yeah, we had one of those when I was growing up, a white one that looked just like that. I wish, they got a trophy too. They won something there. And I don't doubt it.
The vintage look, as they say.
I wish we could show you the inside, get a better look at the inside of these vehicles, because some of them went all out in restoring the inside as well as what you see there on the outside.
When you say this was tricked out, this was tricked out.
Yeah, they could probably help you figure out how to do this to your car too, by the way. Now that's an interesting looking truck.
It's a lowrider highboy.
How do you get inside?
You probably need a ladder.
You probably do. They look like they're having a great time riding in the parade right there.
Well, okay, I see a queen coming
Okay,
here.
so let's see if we can read on the side of the car there and see who that is.
Miss Elite Coastal Bend?
Is that who that is? Yes. That is Miss Texas International 2019, Brianna Daughtry of Portland. She was crowned Miss Texas International back at the beginning of March, and we welcome her to the parade as well. She also took first place in their fitness category of the competition. And here we have somebody.
Here's the Jeep. This is 113. Jeep
This is the Corpus Christi Juneteenth for the Crest group. We had them come by there. Then you've got the Jeeps that come behind. Jeep Addiction, is that what you said?
This is Jeep Addictions, a local Jeep club that attends several nonprofits events throughout the year to raise awareness of cancer, lupus, Parkinson. They also participate in Toys for Tots and beach cleanups. So if you are a Jeep addict, and you're a four-wheel drive kind of person, you're looking for a fun and active group, grab your Jeep and come on down and join the Jeep Addiction.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks around the Coastal Bend who actually drive Jeeps, who might be excited about being a part of a group like this. I've seen them in other parades here in the area as well.
Well, I tell you, for those folks that like to go down to Padre Island National Seashore, beyond the fence and beyond the roadway, and go down to 89
into the
miles
sand? Is that what you're talking about?
You've got to be in one of these, and I'm sure they've made that trek down there. It's a unique piece of geography that we have. A barrier island that's, a mile wide and 89 miles long.
And so if you've got a Jeep, you can go down there and enjoy that for sure. Now back behind that, it looks like we've got another colorful float coming our way. I would bet, not seeing it, but I would bet this is the Ballet Folklorico Viva Mexico. Yeah. There you go. I should have just let you say that and stayed out of the way.
I thought we sounded good together. Their float is dressed in the traditional Mexican folklorico costumes. And folkloric means that this is the way they used to dress, because most people in Mexico don't walk around dressed like this. But to keep the traditions of the dance and the villages and the smaller communities, they keep the colorful thing going. So the costumes represent the various states in Mexico. This particular folklorico group was a nonprofit. It was organized here in Corpus Christi, and now 22 years later, they are still going strong.
All right behind them, this is the Pleasanton Chamber of Commerce Cowboy Homecoming Festival. You see the 2019 court there. You also see the big bull right up in the front. Cowboy Homecoming celebrated the second weekend in March and is sponsored by the Pleasanton Chamber of Commerce. We mentioned earlier that folks from all over have come to be in the Navy Army Night Parade, and we're proud to have them here in Corpus Christi. Thank you so much to the folks from Pleasanton for coming out.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh, another one. Good. I was wondering when they were coming along.
We're coming to Screaming Eagles here, folks. It's the Veterans Memorial High School coming up.
That's right.
They start with
they've got the cheerleaders coming through there. They've got some marching folks, I imagine.
Think about this, Mike, for a minute. How old is Veterans Memorial?
It's not that old.
4 years.
4 years?
How many awards have they gotten? It's amazing.
They have racked them up.
They have racked them up. Their football team, their basketball team, their baseball team, the cheering squads, the bands. It's really been amazing. Of course, it came from other schools that emerged to get out there to the fabulous new campus that they have. And pretty soon we're going to get more high schools that are rebuilt and modern and new like that one.
Yeah, Carroll High School is going in out
We
there.
certainly want to congratulate the Veterans Memorial High School that done so much in just a few years that they've been active.
And these, by the way, are the professional waivers that they come by. No, they're not the professional waivers. These are the folks, if you go to the football games and go to some of their events, you'll see them out there doing everything they can to get the crowd excited and to support their teams, and they do a great job of that.
You know, not everybody knows how to wave the right way.
They don't. Especially me, apparently, as I've been told. Hey, the Veterans Memorial High School Screaming Eagles Band, you've got the flag folks right there. As we have done with each one of our other bands, we're going to let them come by here, our broadcast station, and we're going to take time just to listen to them and see what it is that they've got for us tonight. Veterans Memorial High School, go Screaming Eagles. Stand up and cheer, no doubt. I want to go out there and see that football kicked off and enjoy a little bit of that. All right, who do we have coming up right through here? We've got some folks in those. Are those part of the band, maybe? Because with each band, we've had parents, parents following with coolers, and want to make sure nobody gets overheated or gets in trouble out here tonight.
They got the ice chest and all the emergency stuff there.
All right,
they're following up.
Corpus Christi LGBT Love is in the air. They're coming right through here on their float. Proud to have them tonight in the Navy Army Night Parade. That group, by the way, formed in 2013 to create a centralized space for LGBTQ community members to find resources they need like healthcare, education, and legal assistance. If you want to check them out, you can go to their website, cclbgt.com. You can also find them on Facebook, Corpus Christi LGBT.
I see the Bud Light.
That's a Bud Light float. That's got to be L&F Distributing Limited right there.
Oh, wow.
Serving the coastal bend since 2001.
Number one.
That's right.
I think I helped in that.
I think you probably did your part right there. So we're great to have them coming along tonight as well.
Look at the flags. Look at the uniform.
This is Colonel A.M. Hobby Camp 713 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. So you've got some history moving through the streets right there. They were granted their charter back in 2003, and they are a part of the National Sons of Confederate Veterans, headquartered over at Elm Spring in Columbia, Tennessee. And this, by the way, an ongoing tradition from them. They are made up of folks from all walks of life, and they are the folks who welcome anybody who has a Confederate ancestor who served in the war between the states.
Okay, we've got a little bit of a stretch here before the next float goes by.
Yeah, we certainly do. We've got a little bit of time. Again, we were talking earlier, they have moved this along at a really good pace tonight, but every once in a while somebody gets backed up somewhere, and we have to take a little break and let them get caught up.
Whatever happened to the KRIS 6 float? Whatever happened to that?
Hey, what are we looking at right there? Well, there's the KRIS 6 float. In fact, I told you that Katia was leaving to go get on the float. Well, apparently there she is, and looks like we won something again.
We won something.
So
Congratulations.
we are #1 in our own mind. So great. We're excited about that. They're going to come by here, and we'll get some even better shots for them as well. The Door Christian Fellowship Church, they have a float tonight here in the Navy Army Night Parade, and I believe that's them that are going by there right now. And we've got some others coming along here. In fact, we're getting, I don't want to say we're close to the end. There's still a lot of other floats to come by here, but a big bulk of them have come by and have moved down the parade route where there are not just people down here, but we've got people that are all along the parade route, 100,000 folks. And the way that this has all been possible tonight is because of our sponsors. We want to take some time to thank those who are sponsoring this live broadcast so that you can see it there in the comfort of your home. That, of course, Navy Army Community Credit Union, who's bringing us this Navy Army Night Parade. We want to say thank you to Wilcox Furniture, also Cantwell Mattress Company, NEC Co-op Energy, and the folks over at Bishop RV Center. All of them have done a great job in helping us to be able to bring this to you, and we cannot say thank you as much as we ought to, but we'll say thank you here now and let you know how much we appreciate you doing this for us.
You know, I think it's been a great new tradition that we've started here at KRIS 6. I mean, who was doing this before we did this?
Well, and we're talking about this is our second year now to bring you this Navy Army Night Parade. And last year was so exciting. It was the first year that it had actually been broadcast live in a long, long time. We were glad to pick up that tradition and to be able to carry it forward. I think this year's parade has been every bit as exciting, if not better, than even what last year's was.
Well, I was on the parade route last year. I didn't get to see it. I was in the middle of it. So I hope you, but what I swear, I've heard from so many people that said, you know what we did? We put the TV in the backyard and we were back there grilling and chilling and watching the parade. It's like we're there. Yeah. So we're able to extend this parade beyond Corpus Christi and beyond all of our areas. And folks, you know, think of how far our broadcast signal goes.
And we've been streaming this parade on KRISTV.com. For those who have been watching us through there, we want to give a big shout out to you and say thank you for joining us through the modern miracle that is our website and social media and all of the other places, Roku, Apple TV, all the other places that you're able to watch the parade tonight.
But there's nothing like being down here and getting the smells of the turkey legs.
By the way, I've got to thank you.
Yeah,
because this is a pitch perfect night down here.
Oh man, you know, if it had rained tonight, I wouldn't be here.
You would not. I'd have been doing this without you.
I would have been under the bed at the house.
But you can feel the breeze. I mean, it's comfortable down here. I don't think I've had a single sweat drop yet.
Well, I'll tell you, we have been very fortunate since the storms came in last night, that last sweep that came through and dropped all that rain, of course. That cleared up perfectly this morning. Everybody got to get out and get their spot on the parade route and get ready for tonight. And it's perfect. You know, tomorrow's still a pretty good looking day, and we don't expect any additional rain to roll in until about Monday. So until that time, we'll just enjoy the parade route.
Okay,
where's the
This is the Miller cheerleaders, I believe. Is that who's coming there?
Miller High School.
And there's a shot from our float. If you're wondering what it looks like to ride on a parade float, well, there it is. We're showing you live from our float. As you see some of the people along the side, our float just getting started down there.
Wait a minute. I'm here. She's there.
Yeah.
But she was here.
Somebody had to be here with me, and I picked you. So
well, I'm here to keep the seat warm. But yeah, Katya jumped on our KRIS 6 float. We got the Magic Award. And then now she's coming down behind the Miller High School, which is just about getting into our camera view here.
Right.
It's the Once a Buck, Always a Buck Miller High School Band under the direction of Michael Williamson. 100 Miller High School students marching and a few 8th graders as well.
Yeah, they've got it's a big old band, and if they come by and you say, well, that's a pretty good sized group. It's again, they've got their high school students marching. They do have a few 8th graders because why not get them a part of the program?
Once you do this, you know you don't want to quit. And our congratulations to drum majors Avery Ayala and Zabrin Rocha, who are the drum majors for this year, and the Miller Bucks.
That's the Miller High School Show Band right here in Corpus Christi, the Miller Bucks, and they are coming by now, and we're going to let them go ahead and do their thing, and we'll listen to them as you enjoy this 82nd edition of the Navy Army Night Parade here during our Buck Day celebration. can't have a marching band without a good drum line. They have got an excellent one down there in their Miller Show Band. Mac, I've got to ask you, were you ever in the marching band?
I was never in the marching band, but my 3 sons were all in the drum line.
Yes.
So if you want to know about drum lines, I can tell you all about that.
Hey,
I've heard all those rhythms.
I recognize some of the people who are coming up. Would you look at that?
Isn't that us?
The KRIS 6 News Parade, and they're some of the people that we get to work with each and every day here at KRIS 6 News.
That is one huge truck. No wonder we won first place.
I want to thank our promotions department because they went out there for weeks on end and put together this float. I mean, they were out there when it was hot. They went out there, I think, in some rain a couple of times.
Okay, let's give them some props. Wade, Ron,
Bailey, Will, another one, Bailey. I mean, Kendall was out there. Monica was out there.
Guys. Look at that.
All of those folks.
That's a homemade
and they have stopped right here to say hello to us, and they're throwing things at us. Good job, Greg Chandler. Thank you for that. I see Roland Rodriguez over there. He's found some folks in the crowd, apparently, and brought them up onto the parade float with him. Great to see you all. Kristen McAllister, who does our weekend morning show here.
See our logo on the side.
Hello, everybody.
Number 1 on
Great to see everybody. There's Lee Sausley, Dell Nelson. We've got them all up there. Juan Acuna, Alan Harwell, Mike Salazar, photographer. Did I miss anybody?
Yeah, a couple.
Right. Great job to all of you folks who are coming by here.
Hey, that was magic.
There's Kat McGinty. She's one of our newer reporters here at KRIS 6. We welcome her to the station and also to our float. There are people inside that float. Did you see that?
And I want you to know this float was built on our parking lot.
It was.
So this is not, you know, something brought in from the New York New Year's Eve parade. We built that. Well, we didn't, but our crew built it.
Now here
right
is
there.
an elegant float. Miss Alice, Texas royalty.
Right. Coyote country.
Yeah, this is the second year they've been with us. Congratulations to the folks from Alice. We're glad you're a part of the parade. And then you've got this group right here. Now I want you to say what that is.
La Comparsa Tempol Veracruz Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos is all I understood out of that.
Part. Okay, so what it is, it's a group of people from Veracruz who remember the tradition of Dia de los Muertos. Now, you know, in the U.S., Halloween is an ugly thing, right? Ooh, it scares you. In Dia de los Muertos, we celebrate the dead coming back to visit us. So we always celebrate the skeleton and the spooky guy and all that stuff, but it's not a fearful thing. It's those are the people that we love that are moved on.
Those masks,
fortunately, for one day they come back to visit.
Those masks, by the way,
yes.
three months to make. Hey, going by there, you saw Sissy Whipple, who is a Goodwill ambassador for the city of Corpus Christi and has been since 2013. This is another interesting one. I believe this is the Shire of Sea Winds.
Where is that?
The Shire of Sea Winds, a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism. Okay. Somebody earlier thought that said anarchy, and we were going to have to not show this float. Anachronism.
All I know is that these guys recreate the medieval battles.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Middle Ages.
And all I can tell you is I'm glad they're doing it because I would not want to participate in this stuff. They actually hit each other.
Now, if you look at this and think, I'd like to be a part of that, go to Sherrill Park every Sunday at 4 p.m., and that's where you will find them.
Oh, so they do the old Renaissance fair.
All kinds of reenactments.
And they reenactments from all the good old days in the medieval times.
You see the CCPD Auto Theft Task Force. What would we do without them? They've got an entry in this year's Navy Army Night Parade. The Corpus Christi Police Department Auto Theft Task Force, they are the ones who specialize in motor vehicle burglary and theft investigations. You don't want to have to meet them, but if you need them, it is good to know that they are good at what they do.
Of course, their mission to deter auto thefts throughout the community with public awareness, increase proactive enforcement. Please welcome Officer Blue. Did you see Officer Blue?
I saw Officer Blue. These folks are the letter carriers. It's the National Association of Letter Carriers Food Drive.
That's my postman.
That's your postman right there, walking down the street.
Down there?
They participate in the parade every year. They collect food, and they give that food to our local food bank, and so we're glad to have them right along here. Look at this one. This is the VIP Mobile Barber Shop. Now, are you going to get your hair cut in there?
Well, I haven't looked inside. Let's
look at that as it comes by. We'll see if we can get you a shot inside, because I do believe I see a barber chair. This is Corpus Christi's first mobile barber on wheels.
Would they come to your house?
I guess they do, or they set up maybe in a neighborhood or something. What a great service for folks who need that.
They are licensed and affordable, convenient. It's a mobile barber on wheels. That's what a great idea.
They do a great
I've
job.
never seen that before.
I have never seen that either. Okay, let's see here.
This is
Miss Corpus Christi Latina. All right. We've had a lot of royalty coming down the parade route tonight, and a lot of folks, and all of them, of course, just decked out and looking so really nice.
You know, it's a sure sign. A lot of attractive young ladies down there, you got to admit. And now there's a bunch of Corvettes coming down the road.
Now, I wonder what they're from. That's got to be some kind of Corvette club, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. Now, is this live or is that live?
This is the live one right here.
And what's that one?
What we're looking at over on the screen is from our float. Yeah, you were seeing a shot from our float.
Oh, okay.
These are the Corvettes that are coming down here. It's the CC Corvette Club, as a matter of fact. So I was right.
There's 10 Corvettes, I guess, from different eras, different ages, and different motor sizes. But the Corvette's an American institution. For those of you who like the muscle cars of the days gone by, when you used to have a V8 or a V6 or a
It's classic. It is timeless. It never goes out of style. Everybody loves a Corvette, and when you've got one, you're just cool. No matter what else you look like, no matter what else you got going on, if you got a Corvette, you are just cool.
You are somebody.
Yeah, so we're grateful to have them, as we have been grateful to have each one of the floats tonight in our Navy Army Night Parade. And I'm looking here, Mac. I don't see a lot happening after that, and I'm wondering if we have come to the end of the parade. Maybe
what about the big yellow trucks? They're always at the end.
I think there were so many Apollo trucks that came by earlier that I don't think they had any left to send by here.
I think
from Apollo
we're
Towing.
out of trucks.
Those are the Buccarators.
Hey, they're always around. The Buccarators, another great year of a parade. Of course, they've been doing that for years. I mean, there's generations and generations of Buccarators. They have those little onesies there.
Yeah, and they are an all-volunteer group, by the way, who really do a great job of trying to keep this parade going and make sure that everything runs smoothly before and then later. There's Katya Uriarte there on our float.
Here she is. Hit it. Live. You're on.
Look, Monica showed us. Monica's a huge part of why we're number one. Yes, get in here, Monica. Look at this show. You got to show it off, Monica. Number one, you guys.
There's part of our crew that built the float.
Super, super hard to make this float, and it is awesome. But this is what it's all about. It's about the crowd. Wave, everybody. Woo! Happy Buck Days, everyone.
All right, a great job. Katya Uriarte and the rest of the KRIS 6 News folks who were there on the float and who are having a great time. Parade, and they get to go down through the rest of the parade route. Right here at the beginning where we are, we've come to the end of those particular floats.
We're at the beginning.
Because we're right at the beginning.
But it's now going through downtown. It's going to go up the bluff over to Leopard and then cut across Staples. Now, I really didn't think.
Let's look at a replay here of our float coming by there, because I want you to see it again, because we're so proud of the folks who worked hard to put that float together and what they were able to accomplish. There it is. KRIS 6 News, first on land and sea.
And we want to congratulate our promotions team that actually built that in our parking lot over the last couple of months.
All of your favorite
rain or
folks.
shine,
That's
rain
right.
or shine. They were out there tacking away, putting up the floats and putting all those decor on it. So
By the way,
did a great job.
You see a lot of folks that you recognize there. You see others that you don't see because they make up a part of our different departments there at KRIS 6. It's a lot of folks that we're able to work with on a day in and day out basis. A lot of them brought their families to come and enjoy the float, because really when you work at KRIS 6, that's what it is. It is a family, and we try to involve every one of us. Some of our great photographers, you see Mike Salazar there, and of course the anchors that you're so familiar with each night.
You know, Mike, when you and I rode in the float, they didn't have our name tags.
They did not have our names up there because they figured people would look at you and know immediately who you were.
Thank you. That's a great.
They did not have to put names when we were riding on the float. All right, one more time before we go to another break, we want to go ahead and remind you that we didn't bring you this on our own, but that there are several sponsors who have done their part to make sure that you got to enjoy tonight's Navy Army Night Parade. That would include the Navy Army Community Credit Union, Wilcox Furniture, also Bishop RV.
And NEC Co-op Energy.
Yes, you say that so well, and
I
you do that every morning. Also, Cantwell Mattress Company, good folks down there. All right, let's take a quick break. We're coming back right after this.
Nobody goes into life thinking about the hardships, those things you can't predict. A few years ago, my wife and I both lost our jobs from layoffs. Our savings went quickly and we nearly lost everything. But thankfully, we had Navy Army behind us. They gave us the time we needed to make payments. They helped us with our loans. They never gave up on us. It's those people who stick by you during the hard times, the ones you want to keep around for life. Our future is my why. Navy Army is my how.
Spring camping season is here, and Bishop RV Center is ready with 3 acres of fresh new travel trailers and fifth wheels. Start your adventure today. Don't wait, and save big with the best value on RVs in the Coastal Bend. Come by Bishop RV Center and tour this brand new 2019 Microlight, specifically designed with more comfort and amenities in mind. And it's light enough to tow with an SUV or minivan. What are you waiting for? Buy your dream RV today at Bishop RV.
Don't miss the 71st Annual Shrimpery, June 7th through the 9th. Live entertainment by Josh Abbott Band, Chad Cook Band, Solido, Bobby Pulido, and SA Lights. Culinary events, carnival rides, and the Saturday Parade. 3-day passes only $15. Visit Eventbrite or RamsesPass.org for ticket purchase and information. The 71st Annual Shrimpery is brought to you by these proud sponsors.
Right now, one of the big crazes in our industry right now is the adjustable beds. Adjustable beds give you the ability to raise your head and your feet, giving you more of a zero gravity feel, which means basically taking the pressure points away. Cantwell Mattress Company is one of the largest manufacturers of adjustable beds in South Texas. We actually build our own adjustable beds and offer them straight to our clients at a better price than any of our competition out there. You can't well sleep without a Cantwell mattress.
All right, welcome back here to the Navy Army Night Parade. This, of course, a part of the Buck Days celebrations, the 82nd annual Buck Days celebrations. And this is just one part of what goes on during Buck Days. And we want to take a minute to thank our sponsor.
J.B. Pavelka, thank you for the trucking help. Trout Trucking Company, you know, they allowed us the trailers and the big truck to pull the trailers. And then, of course, our team, our crew from the promotions department went up there and decorated it out.
All right.
Now, we started the show with Katia Uriarte sitting here, and magically she disappeared.
So she's over on our KRIS 6 News float. I think we can go back and check in with them as they are still moving along the parade route. Katia, are you there?
Hey guys, Katia Uriarte live from our KRIS 6 float, which by the way is #1. Monica, get over here, Monica. Monica had a huge part in making our float along with our marketing department. What is this, Mon? We got first place! Literally, Monica was crying. It's emotional.
It is. I mean, we spent a month working on this. In the mornings, we worked on it. When it got hot in the afternoons, we went back inside. But we put a lot of, honestly, blood, sweat, and tears, sunburns, you know, scrapes and bruises.
So much love, and they still had to get all the marketing done. So we have a wonderful marketing team, #1. And look, this is what it's all about. It's all about the crowd, you guys. Wave! We've had so much love for KRIS 6. We thank all of our viewers. Thank you so much for showing us so much love and so much support. And that's why we are here, and that's why we take part in this time-honored tradition. Mike McClovio, how's it going over there? I miss you guys. Wish you were here.
Stop by.
All right, thank you for that, Katya. They're having a great time there on the float.
You know how excited Katya is right now?
Yeah.
Every morning at 9 o'clock, doesn't she just?
That's exactly what she does, by the way. You know, they started this parade down at Pechanga, down at the American Bank Center, and we've had Paulo Salazar down there. Let's see if we can get a shot of what's going on down there, because this was a VIP experience that they had put together for folks to see all the floats.
And brand new. The concept is the floats, all the floats started
there they are.
At Whataburger Field, then went in right through the American Bank Center, where they had all kinds of people enjoying food and music, but the parade went right through the roof.
Now
right
get
through
this, next year they're going to do this in the arena. They were kind of in a different part.
They're in
moving
the convention side.
Yeah, they're moving it into the arena next year,
great.
and it's going to be open to the public. Can you imagine that?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's a fantastic vantage.
And for some of you, you remember the old days when the parade would start at Miller Field at Buck Stadium,
Buck Stadium, yeah.
So the parade would start there, would go around the track, and then it would come down Leopard like the old days. Well, it's the same concept, only it's going to be inside in the arena where the ice rays play.
Yeah.
So it's be air conditioned, comfortable seats, and
why wouldn't you?
A couple of beverages.
And I still bet there will be people lined up along the parade route, because that's been a tradition for their family. There's another look at our KRIS 6 News float, by the way.
That is a camera on top of our float. Mike Salazar is carrying that on right now, but the float is still going. It looks like through the downtown area. They're still in the lower bluff, but pretty soon the floats are all going to turn up the bluff and then go down Leopard through the Caranco
That's
area.
one of our Skycam shots, by the way, and you can see again there's lots of floats that are still moving through
down there.
Parts of the crowd down there.
They're down there at the Ritz Theater, as you can see right about there. So that camera's coming off from the American Bank Center, shooting down.
Yeah.
And like I said, we are wrapping up over here because we're at the top end of the parade, but it's just beginning through the downtown area.
Yeah, there are folks that are lined up there on Leopard and on Staples. We saw a lot of folks set up on Staples when we were headed over here earlier.
I was going to say earlier, you know, I really didn't think, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think people would figure out to go to Staples, like near the church, Sacred Heart Church, but they did.
And they were there lined up, ready to go.
They had their little ribbons and they
had chalk marks.
Their chalk marks everywhere, and everybody was ready to go, even at 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah, they did a great job. You know, it takes a lot of folks to be able to put on an event like this for us here at KRIS 6. We're glad to be able to bring it to you, but we had I think 6 different cameras that were out there tonight. We have a lot of production folks who you're never going to get to see in front of the camera, but without them behind the camera and at different vantage points along the parade, we would not be able to bring this to you. We specifically also want to thank Craig Bandy Tricam Productions. That's why we have the real cool headphones
here
this year that make us look like
he's got a real fancy trailer where all the
got a big truck. We got people down here pushing buttons and doing different things with cameras, and feels like we're down at the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah,
by the way, we're available for that next year.
I'm going to call out Dylan, who was the camera down on the street. Who's in the bucket up there?
I think Dennis is probably up there. Dennis Kingsbury is up there.
Big Will is over here.
Yeah, and you can see a shot of where we are down here by Heritage Park. We've had a great vantage point of this entire parade, and again, that's brought to you because we have such great, dedicated folks who are working along the parade route.
Who's really directing this show? Who's really directing this show? Is it Tom Acuna?
It could be Tom Acuna. I think he's doing a great job. I will tell you that our general manager, Greg McAllister, has been in our ear all night, and he's been calling plays left and right, doing a great job of that as well. You won't find a GM like that anywhere else. Jaime is down there. Jaime Size. He runs all of our operations there at KRIS 6. And
they've been setting up here in the heat and the humidity all day. So we thank them for all the work they did to set us up to look this good in front of these lights. So thank you for joining us
today. We're glad that they're doing that. We had some folks there on the float. And again, just a reminder, people are still seeing the floats there and having a great time.
Through the downtown area. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, we're going to bring you now to some local news. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us for the Navy Army Night Parade.